Hi, welcome to the Native Wildman channel. Your host Sean Catfish Wilson here, and today I'm gonna go over my 5 favorite fixed blades, which means I don't fold. And yes, they are in order. My first favorite would be the Cold Steel. I marked it with a green marker because I wanted to see what it'd look like with green, but most of it came off. I like it. As you can tell, this knife's got lots of use to it. I like this because you can use it as a hammer and like pound things in. It's not ideal, but when you're out in the woods and you carve a stick for a stake or something, for like tying cordage to, that comes in real handy to pound a stake in the ground. Or a rod holder. Find one that's sturdy enough and just, but make sure you put the case on, or the sheath on, because you don't want to be going and not paying attention and stab yourself in the head or something. That would be very horrible. Remember, you got to think safe when you handle sharp objects, because they can and will cut you given the chance or misuse. They can be dangerous. I got a scar on my foot to prove it. This is the German. I don't remember the exact numbers. It's a German steel. Full tang. It's pretty thick. Pretty thick knife. Really durable. Really durable. I've had it since 2003, I want to say, ish. So, and the sheath that goes with it, Secure-X. I've heard some people, they don't like the Secure-X sheaths because they tend to dull the blade, but as you can see, my blade's in pretty good condition. So, number 1. Oh, also they do make a Americanized tanto point in this, or a lot of people just call it a tanto point. Personally, I don't like tanto points. I don't like the way they look, and I don't like sharpening them, but I can sharpen them correctly without losing that 90 or that sharp bevel that they get on them. I don't have a tanto right now to actually show you that type of bevel, but that's all right. My second favorite fixed blade is this case, Minifin. That jimping in there is hard to clean. Yeah, well, this knife gets used an awful lot. You can, that's my bait knife. I use it to cut up shad a lot. And bait fish, crappie, when I catch smaller crappie for bait and I just want to use their head or something, or make them into cut bait, I use this knife. I need to do a little work to the edge, but it's still sharp, still pretty sharp. It'll cut. Still pretty dangerous, but cutting through bones and stuff on some of your stainless steel, and some stainless steels aren't exactly the sharpest, and this is their surgical stainless steel. And then the X's tell you when it was made. I like to collect knives, but as far as which I think this is cool that Case does this, so you can tell when you got this knife and whatnot. That's a pretty cool idea from Case. However, this is a little loose, but I can get a full finger grip on it. But again, I got small hands. So, number 2, second favorite knife. These ones probably have the most use. My third favorite knife, I just got this one this year. My Uncle Jed, it's a mini Sayax, custom made, green handle. Love the color of the handle. Full tang construction, open tang, so you see the whole tang. And that's what happens when you don't realize that there's a fish scale on your knife. It leaves a rust mark that I buffed out with oil and stuff and cleaned it. And this thing's definitely a beast. And look how thick it is. Oh wow, I do believe that might be thicker than my cold steel. Around the same thickness. I don't have the measuring tool to measure thickness. But, and the handle, I really love the way the handle feels in my hand. I told Uncle Jed that I've got pretty small hands, so he was able to make a super comfortable handle. This is probably one of the most comfortable handles I have for a small knife. And then even my friends with a bigger hand, he sticks off a little bit. My friend Austin, you've seen him in some of my videos and stuff. He likes it a lot too. I like how this handle scale on here has kind of a wood grain look to it too. And that's a pretty dang tough knife. Oh, sheath to the case. This is a W1 or 01 tool steel. I don't 100% know. I told him either or steel was good because I didn't have a knife made out of either one of those. And I wanted it to have the rough look on it, so it's not completely shiny and prettied up, because I wanted it that way. And this is the case. Uncle Jed did a phenomenal job on this case. It's pretty cool. My fourth favorite knife. It's a beast. SC6. This is a knife I used to carve the spatula out in my one video when I was cooking at night near the fire out camping. As you see, there's like some wood grain particle stuff stuck on the knife. I tried to get it off, but to no avail. Some of this coating is starting to chip, but I'm pretty sure that's with all coatings, that they all eventually wear off. This has been the best so far out of all the coatings that I've seen on knives, as far as lastability, and you can see I've batoned with this and used it as a woodcraft knife or a bushcraft, a survival knife. So, and this one I started using too, so I like this finger choil here, but got to be careful that you don't grab it the wrong way, because I already done cut myself on it. The jimping is really cool. Full tang construction, and you've got these Allen wrenches or you need an Allen wrench to take the handle scales off. I think that's pretty cool, that if you want to take the scales off if they break or something. And what's really cool about anybody that knows SE knives knows that I can probably take this knife if I wanted, stick it in this crack. I'd probably hurt the front porch first, but stick it in the crack and just break it in half and send it in and get a brand new knife. I'm not gonna do that because I like my knives. I don't want to abuse them. So you'll probably never see me do like the stab test where people stab in and do that. Because what happens if I ruin my tip? Then my tip's ruined. Then I have to try and reprofile it. And I've actually got a knife where I've reprofiled the tip. My counterpoint. Let's see. And this is something I have to point out an awful lot to people when they look at it, that it's been reprofiled. Alright. Let's see what's the thickness on this knife compared to the SE. The SE and the Cold Steel and the Uncle Jed knife are around the same thickness. I think the SE is a little bit thicker than the Cold Steel with the Uncle Jed knife. Uncle Jed's iron. You can get a hold of them on Facebook through Messenger and something. I don't know how booked up he is on making knives, but you do have to buy the knife before you receive it, before he starts making it. But with a custom-made knife, that's no problem. I don't mind having to pay before I get a knife, or before it's even made. My fifth favorite knife is a Z Willing. It's just a little paring knife. It's got the bolster here. I think that's a bolster. I know they call that the bolsters on the knives that go clear out to there. Maybe it's a partial bolster opposed to a full bolster. I'm not always 100% on my terminology. I just like knives. I do like that this has a full tang construction. So it is going to be a durable knife, really good fit and finish. I mean, it's not a knife that you're going to take out to the woods and try and baton through oak or something with. However, it is a really, really good knife. And it gets super sharp, super sharp. I like it. I like to use it a lot in my kitchen. And then it doesn't come with it does not come with the sheath. Then bonus knife, my K-bar. This comes in pretty high on my favorite knife list. I'd say 6th, because my friend and I, Eileen in Tennessee, we both have the same knife. I bought us both the same knife. However, the handle is a little big compared to the blade, but really comfortable. Comfortable, stacked leather. made in Taiwan. I don't remember what the steel is. It's a stainless steel. I forgot to say, this is a 1095 high carbon. The Z Willing, it's probably a high carbon German steel. I don't know for sure on that one. You can Google their knives and they'll tell you what, I'm sure it'll tell you what they're made out of, or Blade HQ or Smoky Mountain, if they carry them, they'll probably tell you what the steel is on it. However, it will take a really nice edge and cut through whatever you want with ease. And so, my top 5 favorite fixed blades. Let me know which one out of these do you like the most. And yes, you can include the bonus knife. Peace and long life, my friends.